Hello guys and welcome back. Today I am in the mood for spring. It is beautiful outside and I just want to sit down and play with makeup. I don't really have a plan. I kind of think I want to do just fresh face, not a ton of coverage, and maybe some eyeshadow, pink, pastel, something like that. But we'll just figure out as we go. So if you're interested, continue watching. Grab your makeup if you want to do your makeup with me, and let's get started. So I did do my skincare a few hours ago, but I will prep my skin just a little bit. I'm using my Caudalie, and I think I like this one just because it smells so refreshing. I feel like it's a spa and it really does give me such a beautiful, I wouldn't say glow, just overall a moisturized base. And then on top of that, I'm putting my DRMTLGY Tinted Moisturizer SPF. This is SPF 46 and it kind of has a slight tint to it, but truly it doesn't really show up on the skin. It just gives a slight glow. And it's almost like just, I don't even want to say that it's even out your skin tone because it truly doesn't have much coverage at all. But it almost puts like a filter on your face. And many times I just use this with a little bit of concealer and I feel very, very ready for the day. I'm going to take a little bit of my Touche lip, whatever this is called, lip mask. I like it. I keep it here, although I like the Laneige mask better. I was trying to decide what to do for my base because I don't want a lot of coverage, but just a little bit. And I was thinking to do the Chanel Le Tint Water Fresh and then combine just a little bit of the Complexion Touch. I've done that once and it looked beautiful. But before that, I'm going to put a little bit of the iconic Underglow Blurring Primer. I like this one. I feel like it does a little bit of everything. It evens out a little bit my pores, but it's not very drying. It says it's glow, but I don't see much glow with this. Like I wouldn't consider this a glowy primer, but at least it's not like that drying, blurring primer. I'm looking at this primer really up close and it does have a very natural, almost glow to it, but it's not enough where it's gonna show up under your foundation. The Water Fresh tint, I have this in medium and I'm gonna put one pump here, and then the Complexion Touch, I have this in B30 and I'm gonna put one of these. I'm actually gonna add one more pump of the Water Fresh tint because I want a very light coverage, and I mix it all on my hand. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to put it on, or like it's not even enough and you have to blend it into your skin a little bit more, mostly because I'm combining two. But take a little bit and just rub it with my fingers all over my face. I used this last week, this combination, and I thought it looked so beautiful and still natural. So I've been reaching for these two products more lately. The Water Fresh tint has been a favorite since I've tried it. I think it is such a unique product. I know Rose Inc came out with their version, but I really think that Chanel has something special in it. It's more of a blurring effect than the Rose Inc. I didn't hate the Rose Inc, I just didn't love it. I also didn't have the right color, so that makes a big difference. If I had a beauty blender, I probably would take the beauty blender a little bit to blend it in my skin, but I don't have one and I don't want to go wet it. I really am so lazy when it comes to makeup. I don't go out of my way to do certain things, so we'll just work with what we have. I'm just going to take my BK Beauty 101 and just make sure that this is blended. I think the BK Beauty brushes are having a sale or coming up. There's going to be a sale. So I will link it down below because these truly are one of my favorite brushes, mainly for foundation. Like this 101 is probably the best. A nice light layer of makeup. I really like this combo. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury Corrector in the shade medium. I swear I will have this for the rest of my life. I use it almost every single day and I didn't even hit pan. It's probably ready to be replaced though, just because I've had it for such a long time. Although it doesn't smell, it still is just as creamy. But this has to be the best corrector that I've ever tried. I do like the one from NARS as well, but that one is a little bit more liquidy. This is a little bit more emollient. So I think I like this one better than the NARS one. Although they're both wonderful. Even the e.l.f. one, I've tried the e.l.f. Peach Concealer or Corrector, and that one's really nice as well. Okay, just a little bit of this. I don't want to add too much because I'm going to use my YSL concealer. This is the Touche Éclat High Cover Concealer. I have two shades, 3 and 2. I just use them both. I don't like the pen application. I've never liked these just because I feel like you never know how much is going to pop out. And yeah, there's something about this that I don't like. Also, I don't know, I feel like it gets messy as well. Maybe I'm just biased because I really like the other applicators. I'm also going to take the shade 2 just under my eyes to brighten this up. Such an amazing concealer. I'm so glad I found it. I think it was the Sephora sale where I discovered it. I think it's such a good concealer. Another BK Beauty brush. This is the 109. So good. It's like a baby version of the 101. And it works so well for concealer, even to contour. It's just such a good brush. Even foundation, honestly. You can absolutely use this for foundation. I should do an updated brush, top favorite brushes. Just because since I've discovered BK Beauty, a lot has changed. Refer came out with some amazing brushes as well. And Wayne Goss doesn't do brushes anymore from what I understand. Or he doesn't have many of the eye brushes in stock. And those used to be my go-to for eyes. So it's hard to recommend those if they're not for sale. What a good concealer. I'm just taking my foundation brush to blend both of these in. Oh, I probably should have done my contour before. I know like the underpainting is such a trend right now, but truly that has been going on forever since I started doing makeup. In our classes, I remember they taught us, and that was many years ago, like 13, 14 years ago, maybe more actually. So it's not a new trend, but it's definitely TikTok brought it back to life, and it's really wonderful. I do it a lot for events and weddings, and it really helps everything be blended in. I don't know why I never do it on myself. Sometimes I do. Sometimes when I wear like minimal makeup, it would have worked real well under this right now, but I forgot. I just have to use these bronzer drops from Armani. These are my new obsession. I love both colors. I've actually been combining them just because I have them both. I have 90 and 100. I've done a review on them. I've done a reel on them. Such good products. It has like a pipette and you put a little bit here. I mix 90 and 100, but if I were to pick one color, I would do 100 because it's a little bit more pigmented, and yeah, that's the reason. I'm just mixing those up. You can absolutely use it with your foundation, with the tinted moisturizer. You can use it as bronzing drops. You can do whatever you want with them. Oops, I dragged it all the way down there. But you'll see, you'll blend in like nobody's business. Like, look at that. Yeah, like I was mentioning, you can absolutely use them all over your body if you want. They do set down, so you don't need to use powder. They are my new favorite product. I'm just taking my foundation brush and cleaning up that edge. I have not put any powder on my face yet. I will do at the end, maybe just a little bit under my eyes. Okay, I'm taking the shade 90. I'm gonna try to contour my nose with this a little bit. Taking this Vanity makeup brush. This is for contouring, and I'm just gonna do a little bit here. I like this color for contouring mainly my nose because it's so soft yet blendable. And I'm going to do the same around my lips. My skin has been freaking out. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just extra dry and separated, and it's not my skincare. I haven't changed anything. It's probably what I eat, honestly. I need more water. I need to drink more water. I used to drink, you know, a whole gallon a day, easy. And then I don't know what changed. I kind of stopped. And here we are. I really think what you put inside your body affects how your skin looks like, because every time I eat clean, you know, I drink my water, my skin looks so much better, even my body skin. And I have really dry body skin. Like, it's not that pretty luminous one. Like, I have to work for my body skin. However, red light therapy has done such amazing things for my body. My skin, it's just tighter and smoother. And again, I had 4 kids. There's nothing smooth about my body. But it's getting there. It's slowly getting better. I forgot to mention I've been using the Patrick Ta brow pen. If I forget to tell you what I'm using, I will have everything linked down below. And this is the new Refi brow tint gel in medium brown. I have a love-hate relationship with this product. I just think it hurts a little bit. Like, it's kind of pokey. I like that it makes my brows stay in place, but doesn't add too much color to them. I don't like when the brows are so pigmented. This does have a little bit of an owie. Like, it just kind of hurts if you press a little hard. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still indecisive of this product. I don't think it's for everybody. Even though on Sephora it has such good reviews, I kind of feel like it's okay. So I've been looking through my palettes, and I have this Anastasia palette, the Nouveau, that has this beautiful lavender shade right there. And then I have the Natasha Denona Pastel palette that I think I'm just gonna kind of mix and match these two. I'm interested in this color, kind of all over the lid, but I may dabble into this as well. We'll see. I have not set my under eye yet. Maybe I should. Okay, let's do that real quick. I'm taking my Kosas powder, just a little bit. This is in the color Breezy, but I feel like I could pull off different colors because it's so light. But wow, what a good powder. Every time I stop using it and come back, I wonder why I ever stopped using it. I want to put the blush at the end just because I'm going to decide what blush I'm going to use based on my eye look. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm actually going to start with the Anastasia one. I'm going to take the color Floor right here in my crease. I want just a wash of this. Honestly, the Anastasia palette is such a good palette. It's one of the only ones from her that I still use. I still have the Makeup by Mario palette that they did that collab with, and I really do like it. But that one's so old, it's probably not safe to be used, but oh well. Let's take a little bit of Feather from the Natasha Denona and just blend it into the crease. So it won't be so warm. It'll have a little bit of pink tint tone to it. I'm not looking for a ton of color. I'm just looking for a bit of a pop of color. Whenever I tend to do these colorful looks, if I want to make them a little bit more wearable, I'll try to reduce the color story to just one. Like if I want a pop of blue, you could do blue all over the lid or lavender all over the lid. So that way it's not overwhelming or too dressy, and you don't need lashes or things like that to make it wearable. I'm taking the Anastasia Wisteria color. This is the Refer number 21, and I will put it all over the lid. What a beautiful color. Whew, yes. This is exactly what I wanted. I kind of want to bring it just a little bit out to a V, not too much, but just a little bit. Ooh, I love this color. how pretty. I'm taking the brush that I used before and blend the edges very slightly. I don't want to combine the colors too much. I just want them a little bit blended. And then you can add a little bit more color. Could put a gloss on top of this. The Nessa Myrix has a clear gloss, and you can make this a glossy look for like 5 minutes if you're lucky. But for a photo shoot, that would be beautiful. I'm taking a smaller blending brush that's clean just to blend this outer area. What a beautiful color and tone, even though my little paws want to get into some of these colors. Look how beautiful these are. You could put some of that in the center, but I think I'm gonna keep it matte. I'm liking the matte look. Maybe in the inner corner, I could play with maybe a little bit of this color in the inner corner, or even this blue. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to decide on that after I line my eyes. I have here a brown liner. This is from Florasis, but you can use whatever brown liner you have. And I'm going to line a little bit. I don't want too much of a line, but I do want some definition. I'm trying to decide if I want to smudge the liner or not. Maybe just a little bit. Let's smudge it a little bit. I'm taking this brown from Anastasia. This is called Muse on a Refer number 23, which is a really tiny brush. And I'm just gonna go over this so it's just a little softer, not quite as sharp. I do think I like it smudged a little bit. It's still defined. This is just a Q-tip and I'm going over. To brighten up the inner corner, I will go with this color Limoncello from Natasha Denona. And just gonna add it right here and bring it down a little bit. Ooh, such a pretty color. It reminds me of this one from Chanel. This color right here. Let's swatch them. So this one right here is the Chanel and this is the Limoncello. Okay, they are very similar. I think the Chanel has maybe a little bit more brightness to it than the Limoncello, but they're very similar. Actually, the Chanel has a little bit more blue in it. I don't think you guys can see it, but there's a little bit of that shift in it, and the Limoncello is just straight up yellow. I think I'm going to take a small little brush and bring up this yellow here. Very soft, but a little bit of definition. I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. This is the Refer curler and it's so good. I curl my lashes, but I try not to go too much to the tip because then they're too curled and I don't like that look. But I definitely, you know, spend a little bit of time curling them. If you have really straight lashes, you can curl the tip more. You can even start from the top and slowly go down. That does a really good job if you have straight lashes. For mascara, I have to go with the YSL Lash Clash in the number 2 brown. Such a good color. It's not that super stark brown, but it's not super deep where it looks just like black. To me, it's the perfect color brown. I have quite dark lashes naturally, so if it's too light, it almost brings emphasis in the wrong way to the eyes. So it's been really hard for me to find a good brown mascara, but finally I found it and I love it on the lower lashes as well because again, it's softer. It's just such a good mascara. I've been pretty much using this almost all the time, except if I make a really intense eye look, I'll use the black version. But the brown, I almost feel like the formula is better in the brown mascara as well. I don't know. It's a little bit more wet than that super dry from the black one. It could be just my imagination, but you know. I put a few coats of mascara. I mainly focused it on the upper lashes. In my waterline, I put this Victoria Beckham in the shade, I don't know, it's the neutral one. Oh, it's actually called Neutral. This is one of my favorites for the waterline because it's not white. It's that cream color. It's not too pink. It's not too yellow. So I really like it. I actually even took this one and put it a little bit here. And on the top, I also tight line with a brown pencil. For blush, I really want to use the Chanel New Blush. This one right here. But I kind of feel like I'm teasing you because it's sold out. So we're gonna try something else. I have these two blushes right here. This is from Valentino, is the number 2, and this is from Gucci, number 1. I think I'm gonna do a mixture. I definitely want a pink blush, but not cool tone. So let's start with this one from Gucci, number 1, and we'll see how it goes. It's okay, it's too warm though. Well, I have to make the same mistake on the other one. This color always, I don't know, surprises me how warm it pulls on me. I'm always like, oh, it's gonna be a nice like neutral pink, but it turns quite warm. Let's take a little bit of the Valentino in 02. Such a good blush. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted that brightness of pink. I'm also taking a fluffy brush, taking a little bit of this blush and put it in my crease and bring it out just a little bit to connect to the blush. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of this just right here on the high points. Oh, just so good, so good. They need to make this permanent, but they never do, right? Like they always discontinue the best products. I do want to take a little bit of a highlighter. I'm going to take this from Westman Atelier, the rosy one. This has some glitter in it though, so I don't love that. I'm actually surprised she put glitter in this, but it does have a beautiful effect on the skin. The glitter is definitely there, but it's not extremely intense. It kind of blends in. It's just such a shame because I would wear this so much more if it didn't have some of that glitter, because look at that glow. Ooh, so pretty. Lastly, lips. I'm gonna take my Tower 28 in the shade Fill Me In. This is a pretty kind of a pinky rosy color. I do think I want, maybe I'm gonna mix it with this Dior lip gloss. I'm not sure yet. I love these Tower 28 lip liners. My favorite is Work of Art, but this one's really pretty as well. I have this Makeup by Mario. This is a brighter pink that I'm kind of loving this with the eye, like a brighter color. But I also have this Dior that's a little bit plumping that could look really pretty as well. Let's try the Dior. I've been loving this formula. And put it in the center. Ooh, I like that. Also, Merit came out with a new lip gel. Those would look really pretty as well. I will spray my face. I should have done this before I put my mascara, but I forgot. I'm taking the iconic London Glow. This definitely gives a glow. And that is the finished look. I feel very spring ready, very feminine. I love the lavender color. It's so beautiful. Honestly, the Anastasia Nouveau palette is such a beautiful palette. Also, this color right here, oh, look at that. It's really beautiful, mainly for fall. I just love this palette from her. I pulled out the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Glazes. I want to put this over this eye look It is just like a clear gloss pretty much. So I'm gonna take my Refer 21 and take a little bit of this gel and put this on my lid, mainly the center. See how it gives that glossy effect? Honestly, I've tried many, mainly for photo shoots or things like that, and this is the best one I have used so far. Gives a pretty glossy finish, and it's not gonna stay well great, but it stays better than other glosses that I've had. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I want it even glossier. This gloss, you can put it on your lips. You can just do so many things with these Danessa Myricks glazes. You can take a little bit and put it right in the center. I already had a gloss on, but why not? And look at that glossiness. It gives such an editorial effect. They're so pretty. So that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of color and getting ready with me. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.